Hi, welcome to my channel. I am a screenwriter. I've written over 50 scripts, and I am a filmmaker. I made 2 feature films, about an hour and a half each, that are really quality in the editing and the acting and the writing, not necessarily in the video quality aspect of it, which shouldn't really matter if you can exceed and excel in being talented in the writing, acting, and editing. And this video is going to be talk about how to make a no budget feature. Look, you have to realize how much I'm crying every day because I don't have views on my channel because YouTube is screwing me for some reason, even though I have like more valuable work than almost every other channel out there. All I have to do is sell one movie, or even the quality of my films now, if they were released and distributed, would be worth more than most people's stupid videos where they pretend to lecture, they pretend to be qualified to lecture you on a certain topic. I'm saying, look, I made these no budget features that are really high quality, entertaining stories, and I'm opening up the rights. If I made it with no money, if it was able to be made with no money and just an improv style acting, if I do an improv style acting on it, I'm going to be making these films that are going to open up concepts for making a feature film with no money. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the comedy about your mental health. I made mine about schizophrenia, but I'm both schizophrenic. I'm schizophrenic, autistic, and I have disassociation, a strong disassociation thing where I can feel like I lose my identity and surrender it over to how it's being projected on me to feel, and I feel like I don't know who I am. And I'm going to be talking about how to use mental health to make an interesting story, a comedy. I made my comedy about schizophrenia. I want to be able to make these videos from beginning to end, so I'm not going to be cutting it and editing it together. I'm just going to make the video and post it as it is, because it's basically in the terms what I believe in terms of demonstrating work. If you're going to be showing work, this is not where the work should be at. This is not where the work should be at, and you should be able to have work. My YouTube channel has work spread out across all kind of rough draft quality works, and I have over 50 screenplays, multiple films, not just the feature films. I also have other films, but not too many of them. And I'm going to talk, I made a schizophrenia movie that's a comedy about making the symptoms of schizophrenia relatable. But that's really hard to do because when you have schizophrenia, there is a huge burden and barrier preventing you from being able to talk about your symptoms. And that comes a lot from the disassociation and or like the symptoms in which you feel like other people are controlling what the world, what everything, controlling you and controlling what everything means. And it's like a huge blockage that is surprising. It's basically after a lot of prayer and meditation, and which you can learn about in the second film that's about prophets. But in the first film, Schizophrenia, the movie, we talk about mental health, and we make a comedy out of symptoms and mental health, like a psychic girlfriend. We use the masturbation kind of joke. We talk about disassociation, not being able to feel like yourself, and other people controlling you. We talk about marijuana. We talk about the TV talking to you, being able to talk to TV. We talk about how religion has a pause. You have to get some kind of mentorship from a spiritual higher thing, and we use the church. It's the comedy about schizophrenia, which is not really easy to make in terms of having a talent and understanding the symptoms to make it about your own mental health. But we can do autism. We can do autism. Anyone that's autistic, that's a writer, and you can be an actor and a writer and autism, make a movie about autism, because there are some really funny things in autism. And I'm going to talk about two of the most funny places to draw humor from in autism: the social justice theme and the special interest theme. The social justice theme is like making sure things are fair, and you could have like an inflated perception about yourself, making things fair for yourself in terms of social justice, making sure things are fair, and a lot of jokes can come out of that. And oh shit. I'm trying to make a video now about these topics: social justice and special interest. Social justice is when the social justice theme is when you just make sure things are fair, but you have an inflated view of what's fair for you in the way that you're being belligerent or argumentative, or personality is pressuring other people in a way that's funny to make sure things are fair for you. And it's a social justice theme, and that could be something that you could draw humor from, a lot of humor from. And also the special interest theme. The special interest theme is when you're not able to talk about a lot of things unless it's what you're interested in, or when you talk about what you're interested in and change the topic to what you're interested in from what they're talking about, or making it about you or what you're interested in terms of you being able to participate instead of not being able to participate. I know. We're going to make the special, those are just categories of places where you could write jokes for if you have autism. And if you have autism, you could be able to think about what that means. Special interest, when you want to talk about your own interesting things, or the things that you're interested in, and not really participate unless it's about what you're interested in. And social justice, about checking about things it feels like it's unfair, and you do something really funny for the audience. It's serious. It's like a serious kind of acting, but it'll be funny for the audience about your character being funny. I know. And oh shit, I didn't plan enough for this video. I want to be able to make videos, try to get more videos on my channel. I'm being screwed over so bad. I don't want to be alone for the winter, and when the winter comes, I've been getting really like depressed and stressed and depressed, and like, because I not only I don't have people in my life, but I'm trapped inside of a house where it's my mom and my dad's rules, and I don't have access to the house as much as someone that owns a house have access to it. And it's really hard for me in the winter. Okay. I didn't come prepared. I wasn't prepared to make this video as well as I should have been. But I still want to post it. I'll probably delete it tomorrow or next day. Schizophrenia, the movie, is a comedy about my mental health. New Devils 2024 is a street profit movie. My character I do funny, like every now and then my character does like a little joke in it. But it's about street profits. The street profit movie, I'm making templates. When I make my movies with no budgets, or the movies I'm making that are easy to make, that you don't need money to make them, and it's like all the special effects you could use could just come from your phone. Like if you interacting with something on the phone or the tablet or the TV or the computer, it could be like a demon or angel, or a time traveler or an alien, or it could be artificial intelligence, like an AI, a special kind of AI that's a character in your movie. And you can make those with no budgets. And I'm going to be making more samples of those before I can actually have the budgets to make a professional film. And if you follow me, and okay, you do the practicing, and you can get qualified to get to the point where I'm giving out budgets, I'm going to be giving out budgets after I make a couple films with a budget that are bringing me back money. When I start making money, I want to get people to do a contract where I give you like $10,000 and I pay or a professional salary to producers to that know how to do filmmaking to oversee your projects to make sure they're distributable. And then from that point, I'm gonna have like a showcase of films that I have a certain amount of investment into what their earnings are to be able to earn from them. And like 50-50, we'll split it 50-50. And then I'm gonna have opportunities open up to work on the TV shows. If I have a home studio in York, Pennsylvania, I would be looking for talent to work on the shows from the people that already did the film competition to make the no budget films or the film challenge. You're getting people that have made no budget films to give them their first budget. And then the people that are on these teams, even if it wasn't one of the winning films, you could still get a job on one of the TV shows. And okay, because look at my work. You're just seeing this video. You never saw my work. I have over 50 screenplays, and I have a list of films that I made with no money. And they're quality films with stories. They're cut. They're edited very well. And the features, the two features are the ones I will say: New Devils 2024 and Schizophrenia, the movie. It's professional quality writing, acting, and editing. They're professional quality writing and acting and editing. Not too many more things in the movie are at a professional quality, but at a professional quality does have the writing, the acting, and the editing. And the Street Profits movie, okay, if you get a Street Profits movie, you find an actor. You have an actor that already has experience in what they believe. It's like a religious kind of person that has a wisdom kind of understanding, like a wisdom kind of personality. Their personality is like wisdom, and they're like your main character. And it's like a 3-act structure. The 3-act structure is the first act is the introduction to the characters in the world, and then the first act ends with a problem that you need to have wisdom, street prophet kind of wisdom, solve the problem, and use the street prophet wisdom to introduce what the philosophies are of the street prophet, and then you establish them before the third part. And then the third part, you would have a message for the world, a message for the film. There would be a message in the film, or that you're delivering a message to the audience or to a certain subset of the audience. And then that would be the third act. And it would be a morally relevant audience that would be emotional for the audience. And that's the template for the Street Profit movie. The template, okay, in my Schizophrenia, the movie, in my first movie, that's a comedy about mental health. The template is episodic. You do a bunch of little stories, a little story. There's 6 little stories that make up a movie. And that was the easiest way for me to make my first movie, to make it episodic, like a TV show, like a short 10-minute TV show, 6 episodes of that, and mix it together as a movie that's like a biopic kind of feel for what the person is that has the mental health problem. Please reach out to me. I'm really lonely. My biggest problem now is loneliness, and it's feeling like no one cares about me. And anything you can do to help me with that would be greatly, greatly appreciated, to make me feel like people care about me. I probably, if you really want to be involved, if you just want to be a fan, you can like comment on my videos. And if you want to be involved in my life, I have time. You can give me your time to make me feel like I'm not so lonely. We can have a writer's group. We can have a group where we talk about the movies, talk about the work, make me feel like I'm being appreciated for the things I'm doing. And that would be the greatest thing in the whole world to help me with where I'm at in my life right now. Okay, thank you. To him who was able to keep us from falling and to present us faultly before his presence, to the only wise knob, our Savior, be glory, majesty, dominion, and power, henceforth and forevermore. And the people who love Matt Knob, raise your hand and say amen.